Hello, everybody.
Hey guys, welcome back.
We're back with Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yeah, finally. God, this feels like
I
such a
know.
long time waiting a week to watch this show
Especially
again.
after the last
It
episode.
was so good.
We are so disappointed in Rebecca.
Yeah, we were trying not to sound like dudes and being overly judgmental, but man, did she make some, let's say, poor choices in
Oh
that
my
show.
god. That kind of... I don't know. I feel so bad for Greg, finally. Like, in the first couple episodes, she does kind of screw him over.
Right.
But I never was like, that's what he gets. Here, I was like, wow, Greg, like, I'm so
Right.
sorry. You know what I mean? Like, that's horrible. That is,
Yeah.
like, the worst thing you could do on a
It is because I mean early on we've made it very clear how much we do like Greg as a person. We
For
think
sure,
we think he's earnest and makes good choices most of the time.
Yeah.
And
He's a bit of a smart ass, to be fair, but, like,
Right.
you know, he's very lovable.
Right.
Yeah.
But there have been times where he's been kind of a dude, right? Like you do sometimes have to question his motivation because at the end of the day, it does come down to he has a crush on Rebecca.
Yeah.
And so a lot of his behaviors and a lot of his actions, a lot of what he says is going to revolve around that. It's still going to be a little self-serving because he has the hots for her, right?
They kind of mirror each other very well.
Yeah. And obviously he's not, quite as
Delusional.
well, yeah, lost, let's say,
sure.
or broken as Rebecca for
He's
sure.
a little delusional, but like he could be. We haven't really seen much.
Right?
Of
Yeah, we haven't seen much of him yet. Rebecca, on the other hand,
she needs some help.
yeah. Well, I mean, one of the great things about this show, because I mean, like this could easily be dismissed watching it as just like a sitcom comedy with dating struggles, like 12 million other sitcom comedies. But what separates this from something like I don't know, How I Met Your Mother or Friends or any number of sitcoms like, oh, funny dating problems, is we actually get to see the fact that her problems aren't just like, this is a bad person, right? I think that's the irony of calling it My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
It's much more complex.
It's much more complex. We actually get commentary on the fact that she has very real childhood trauma and trauma throughout her life that kind of makes you understand where she's coming from and what's happening, and the fact that she definitely needs assistance.
For sure, she needs a support system.
She's trying to repair herself, like self-medicating by using Josh.
Josh and musicals,
right? Josh and musicals as her self-medication, and of course that is not something that always is going to work.
What's interesting is Josh is kind of coming a long way too.
Yeah,
we have much more empathy for Josh. We kind of like. We're kind of not rooting for him necessarily, but we want him to succeed.
Well, we get everything from Rebecca's perspective for the most part.
Yeah.
From Rebecca's perspective, Josh is the guy who dumped her early on, right? Yep. Josh is the guy who dumped her and is dating someone else, which in the sitcom romantic comedy world makes him the bad guy. Yeah. And as you get to actually know Josh,
like
he's really not he's not the bad guy.
There's
he's just
two
a
sides
guy.
To every story is really.
I wonder if he's kind of. I don't think Josh is so stupid that he doesn't realize.
He's a little dumb.
The big question of how good of a person is Josh is, does he know that Rebecca loves him or not? If he doesn't know, maybe he's fine. If he has an inkling, he's kind of
got
using
some kind
that
of inkling,
a little
right?
bit.
Because he was hiding her from his girlfriend. They do have chemistry, weirdly,
Right.
I'm not sure if it's because of his feelings or because he knows that she has feelings.
Very complex, but we're going to get it. Sorry, we've speculated long enough.
We're actually into it.
And the reason that I even mentioned that is the title of this episode is Josh and I Are Good People. And it sounds like that's Rebecca convincing herself. You know what I mean? That doesn't sound like a sincere, like nobody says, if you say I am a good person, the odds are very good you are trying to convince yourself and not somebody else.
We all know that person. That's like,
right, yeah, exactly. I'm a good person. If you have to say it to yourself.
Before we get going, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe.
Yes, please.
Keep you guys updated with all the shows that we're doing.
Yeah, we will not send you any emails or anything. It's just it helps our channel. Obviously, is the big thing. So we're
not going to personally email you,
but we love. Like I said, we're getting great comments from a lot of you, which we really appreciate and enjoy, and we get back to you because you guys are doing great. Honestly. Some of you are a little spoilery, which makes us sad. But other than that, the comments have been absolutely fantastic for the show.
A lot of fun.
So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, just for our.
So Kevin, over on Patreon, do we have a new?
Oh yeah, we did.
Subscriber.
We added a new subscriber yesterday on Patreon. So Kimmy, welcome and thank you.
Thank you, Kimmy.
Yeah, absolutely. If you would like to see full-length reactions to this or any of our other content, please check out our Patreon. Just linked in the description below. See, he's got his arm on her chair. That just seems a little too flirty.
This is on the nose.
Yeah.
Flexing, cute.
See, we get to. I like seeing her trauma. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It all goes.
Because you
back
sympathize
to
with it, right? Yeah. I love this. I love this awkward moment here. They're being introspective.
Well, I should probably go.
Yeah,
there you go.
they know. They know they were misbehaving.
He pushes the book away. You know, I bet Josh's childhood wasn't great either.
Sure.
His dad
We just don't get it.
He's
Yeah.
a doctor that probably wasn't there for him.
He's probably judgmental.
Yeah.
Dad's a radiologist,
Yeah.
and Josh is working in a
Computer
electronic
that
store.
sells, yeah, poking.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
hello. I'm sorry, Pamela.
Paula.
Oh. Well, I apologize to Pamela, so I guess I'm not sorry.
To go, my electrolytes are low.
My God.
Oh my God.
Poor Karen.
This? Greg is just a whiny little bitch.
I don't agree with that.
He should be a
It's
search term
sexy.
on porn sites. But being a good person is overrated.
There you go. The answer is no.
Daryl, we all know our boss, Daryl Whitefeather, has been going through a very terrible divorce.
Yeah, you know, the private part wasn't the part I wanted to change.
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Represent him in his divorce case.
What? You're gonna represent me? Oh my gosh, that's all I ever wanted. What about the Caswick case? I need your help. What are we supposed to do?
Maybe actually do your job.
Right? I was just thinking the same thing.
No, I need approvals. Well, Paula knows the office like inside and out.
Divorce.
He has a...
And 400.
Heck stands, dude! It's me, bro!
What? Feather bra.
Promoted, I can finally do confession now.
I think I might be attracted to someone besides Flint.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
there it is. He was definitely flirting.
For
Don't
sure.
get me wrong, I still
His arm was around her.
Yeah.
But there is another girl.
Yeah.
Rebecca makes me feel great. You know, she believes in me in a way that nobody else does.
Does she though, or is she just in love with him?
No, man, this moral crisis you're having, it's a chance to look within. Like, God is
Yeah.
personally inviting you to take stock of your life.
That's
So,
not terrible
here's an
things to
assignment.
say
Not at
right
all.
there. Actually,
For
yeah.
like the next 24 hours, what I want you to do is write down all the thoughts that you think are sinful.
I know you. You're that lady on the dartboard in the storage room.
That's how we kid, me and Greg. Yeah, we make a joke about the other person in another room that the other person will never see and we'll never tell the other person about.
We get a Daryl song. Country song.
I found a coupon from Blockbuster. The color purple is now available on Laserdisc. I don't know. Because I'm gonna have to talk to Pamela, and she is a real bitch.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Listen, I think we can tell the judge what you want.
Don't look so sad.
Oh,
You'll get
that's
your
easy.
Thank
I'll live with my dad.
you. You'll get them back at the end of the workday.
I want to live with Madison's dad. He's the best.
If there's
Tonight, just like last Friday, my mom is with her boss at the motel, and I'm with the best babysitters in the world, my snails. Holla! This week is super exciting because me and my snails are gonna make s'mores on the gas stove.
Oh my God.
Left alone.
I just care. Okay? Look, I know.
She's actually about to plant money.
Yeah, that's a crime.
You'll go to jail, lady.
Okay, so you went to the mall and you saw a sexy mannequin and you wanted to have sex with it. And you saw another sexy mannequin and you wanted to have sex with that one
Oh
too.
my God.
And all day yesterday, did you act on any of these sinful thoughts?
No.
Raheem, you're good. What matters is what you do, not what you think.
Any idea how hard it is to know that your child prefers their father? Well, no, I don't have kids
yeah.
personally. Oh, yeah, I saw you pump your fist when the judge gave my daughter away. How dare you? Why in the world would you even take on this case? What's wrong with you? Say, Losa, I've made Greg my new moral arbiter in this town.
I love how she can just bare her soul to anybody.
Right? Yeah.
Anybody
But it's a
she
little
meets.
it's a little narcissistic.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
What do you want?
Sure.
Oh, Paula.
She's gonna do the same thing.
Oh, that's a picture of her. Yeah, done.
Yeah.
It's the Canadian guy's family.
Right.
Your family look. Don't pretend you're the point of an
Oh my
actual
God.
immigrant. Asking Karen to not talk about tampons.
Actually, I just switched to those new menstrual cups, which I
Oh.
can't figure out.
Oh my
Who wants
God.
to help me?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I saw what you did for Daryl today, so I can't say you're a good friend.
To Daryl.
Not to me, like
Yeah.
definitely,
Right.
but to other people. that aren't me.
Yeah.
Like the Beaver Dam menstrual cup by
Beaver
Grace
Dam?
Works. My review in short, my cup runneth over. Not
Ugh. Oh my god. Karen!
You know, the fact they doubled down to the menstrual cup is amazing.
It
Jesus,
was amazing.
Jesus God Almighty. Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
Rebecca mentioned a lot of her issues that I think were spot on, but she didn't mention the narcissism. Like, she just drags everyone else into...
It's not going to get addressed.
She just drags everyone else into her world. Like, whatever's going on with her, that's the only thing that matters. She grabs that poor homeless lady and is like, hey, guess what? Josh thinks I'm attractive. And it's like, that's the most important thing.
I know. It's like she's slowly inching closer and closer to getting Josh. And she is. I mean, like, she's breaking him down. But, I mean, he just said, I'm going to stay committed to
Didn't hear it at all.
Didn't hear that whatsoever.
Heard exactly what she wanted to hear. God, the songs were so good in this one. Greg is, I've always liked Greg, and Greg really just reiterated that in this episode.
He gave off a very sad vibe this episode. He's always very witty and and funny, but this episode he just seems sad.
Well, he is sad.
He had a great moment in the opening, obviously, but still, I mean, he is sad. She screwed him over,
right?
Quite literally,
Yeah, he's a little heartbroken. It's fair.
And everyone always gives me crap for when I tell them we're doing this show. I'm like, yeah, we're doing the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. They're like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's a CW show. I'm like, oh, you're doing a CW show?
No, this is a great show.
This does not represent that at all. This is so complex.
Yeah.
There's so many layers to this,
I was thinking about that earlier. Like, what would this show be like if it was like picked up by like Showtime or HBO instead?
Probably a little more...
Or AMC.
Oh, yeah. Probably a little more graphic, honestly. But, I mean, still, it's... For what it's doing...
It's great. No, this is a great show. This is a great show. Yeah, I'm the same way. I tell people too, and I'm like, really? Because a lot of them have heard of it but never watched it. Like, I told someone, she's like, that was on the CW, right? I'm like, yeah, but this isn't like a teenager show.
It was not represented well.
Right? Yeah. This is a very complex, adult, smart
and it's
musical comedy.
This is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. The music is great.
It's a great satire that actually has something to say about these characters.
Very layered. And like I said, I like the fact that they're dealing with the fact that, these people are crazy, but but there's like real stuff behind why, which is the true case with everybody.
And I don't want to sound like cheesy saying this, but it's like, this is a great representation of trauma.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because the whole show is basically like, what happened to you as a kid is why you're the way you
right.
are
Yeah,
today,
exactly. Right. Like, you're not choosing to be this, to act this way or be this kind of mess of a person. You are hardwired to react this way and be this way through no fault of your own.
Yeah, and like we get to see like why Rebecca is the way she is.
Right.
We get a snippet of why Josh is the way he is.
Sure.
I feel like we're getting more and more behind him.
Right.
I want to see why Greg is like why Greg is.
I want more Greg and Paula.
Greg and Paula, exactly. Right. And even like with Daryl, you get a huge Daryl backstory today. So that was. That was cool to see as well.
Yeah, it was. They're all very, they're humanizing the characters a lot more. Like, we got a lot more of obviously Daryl and Paula kind of being humanized in this episode. Yeah. And Josh is finally doing some introspection for the first time, in the series, which is really nice to see.
For Father Bra.
Yeah, for Father Bra. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We will be back next week with episode 6. We'll talk to you then.
Can't wait, guys. We'll see you later.
Find the button, Kevin.